I decided at the last minute to apply for this screenwriting fellowship. And I mean, it's getting down to the wire. And I'm filling everything out. And there's a form that needs to be signed and, you know, submitted as well. But all this time, I'm thinking that the form is electronic. I'd just be able to type my name in and whatever. No, the form has to be printed out. I have to actually sign it, then scan it and upload it in order to submit. The submission deadline is in less than 2 hours. I have no printer. FedEx office is closed. I'm gonna try to go out to the CVS. Hopefully I can print it there and then jet back home to submit. Because like I said, I'm doing this all last minute. I still need to write my personal essay. Here we go. Yeah, so that was a massive failure. So pretty much I went to CVS and they were like, yeah, we don't do that. We don't print documents. What I was told was that they used to do stuff like that, but after the pandemic, they got rid of like all the machines because, you know, people touching everything. So yeah, they got rid of all that. And there's no FedEx that's open around here, so that's awesome. Shout out to not living in an area where there's a FedEx office that's open 24 hours. Shout out to a contest or fellowship or whatever that mandates that you have to print out a form to sign in order to participate. Also though, shout out to me for waiting until the last minute to do this. And the thing is, you know, I was aware of the deadline and everything, and I was just like, oh, am I gonna do it? And I just waffled. I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. And then I decided to do it. I was just like, why not? And there was only one component that I had to take care of, and I took care of it. And once I took care of it, that's when I realized that the form had to be printed out and signed. You can't just type your name and hit the little box that says I agree. You have to print out the whole fucking form. You have to physically sign it, and then you have to upload it to the site. I mean, I have to admit, if you're trying to weed out people that really want to apply for this fellowship, and that's one way to do it, especially now during a fucking pandemic. I have to admit to being pissed off by this. I mean, I'm pissed at myself, of course, but also so in order to celebrate my failure, I stopped at McDonald's, got a like double cheeseburger meal. I was doing so good too, But yeah, I think the lesson to take away from this, kids, is to not wait until the last minute to do things. I waited until the last minute because honestly, I had decided that I wasn't going to apply for this fellowship. And then, I don't know, it just struck me, you know, but it struck me late. It struck me like extremely late. Like it struck me like 4 hours before the deadline. And just, you know, had I gotten my shit together, like, this would not have been an issue. But because I waited until the last minute, didn't realize that I needed to print something out and sign it and scan it, I was not prepared to fully finish the application. That's just my bad. And this probably would have been like the best time to apply for this, to be honest. Well, let me get into these extra calories that I should not be indulging in. I should not be eating or drinking, but tonight is a night for failure. Let me wallow in my failure.